Hey guys, and welcome back to Clannad. Let's just jump right back in. I have an unpleasant memory with it too. Then read everyone's fortunes. It won't be that frightening anyway. Or that way.
わかりました。それ、やってみます。
I understand. I'll try that. She takes out her playing cards. She then shuffles it with her clumsy hands.
あ、
The cards fell out of Fujibayashi's hand and flutter through the wind. Don't just stand there and watch. Chase after them.
も
Ah, jeez. Each of us split up and gather the cards.
う、なんで占い一つにこんなに苦労しなくちゃいけないわけ？
Why should we suffer this much just for a single fortune telling? Out of breath, Kyo picks up the last card. That's the last one, isn't it? Even if it wasn't the last card, it couldn't be helped by now.
これで変な結果だったらシャレにならないわよ。
If some weird fortune came out of this, it wouldn't be funny.
そんなこと言われても。
Even if you say so. Under pressure, Fujibayashi selected 3 cards.
これは。
This is... What is it?
あまり具体的にはわからないんですが。
I'm not completely sure, but... It doesn't sound very satisfying. Fujibayashi took quite a long time thinking about it, under everyone's gazes. Finally, her expression became the usual smile.
明日もきっといいことがあります。
Surely, something good will happen tomorrow as well.
よかったです。
I'm glad.
うん。とってもよかったの。
Yup, I'm really glad.
不吉ね。
An ill omen. Ill omen? A crow cried as it flew by. That doesn't sound too good.
それじゃあみんな、また明日。
Well, everyone, see you all tomorrow.
はい、また明日です。
Yes, see you tomorrow.
ことみちゃん、また明日。
Kotomi-chan, see you tomorrow.
また明日ね。
See you tomorrow. Hands waving everywhere. 3 long shadows going far off. Let's go.
うん。
Okay. Then, from this point on, it was just the 2 of us. We walked side by side in the twilight of town. I see the side of Kotomi's face beside me. Then she turns to me, as if wanting to say something.
ともやくん、ね、
What is it?
もしよかったら、
If it's okay with you,
手をつないで。
can we hold
いい？
hands? Oh, so cute. Instead of replying with words, I offer her my right hand. Our palms overlap and share their warmth. As if to tuck in her thin fingers, I grasp her hand tightly. There are probably a lot of things that need to be talked about. That man's entrusted message, several unanswered questions that hang like little bones, and the feeling that I like Kotomi. But I, not wanting to disturb this moment, just quietly kept walking. The world's color fades, filled with twilight. The night brings a lonely feeling, as if a forgotten kid in a game of hide and seek. We stop at the usual street corner. The road that leads to Kotomi's house. Kotomi's one and only border between us two. Our held hands separate. I handed her bag back to her, as though it were a farewell ceremony. It wasn't as heavy as before, because there was no reason for her to schedule herself in the library with her books anymore. Or seclude, I mean.
また明日。
Sorry guys, I just woke up. It's still like 6 a.m. right now. Tomoya-kun, see you tomorrow. She smiles. Yeah, see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. I pray that tomorrow will be another wonderful day for Kotomi. Oh, she's so cute. I just want to cry. The weather is very nice this morning. Even this cursed long slope felt a little more lenient today than usual. Following yesterday's routine, I arrive before class begins. It feels like I've become this school's #1 student. I stretch just my left arm up and let out a big yawn. How nice it would be if class was sleeping time. Something covered my eyes from behind me. I feel something soft against my back.
誰だ
Guess who? Uh, there is a surprisingly continuous pushing of softness against my back.
ともやくん。誰だ
Tomoya-kun, guess who? Your chest is on me, your chest!
ん胸が触ってる。
Your
胸がさん
chest's on me? Don't say it as if it sounds like a Russian athlete.
ん
Even while blinded, I can see the number of question marks over her head. You see, you are Ichinose Katome and your chest is intensely attached to my back, and I'm very, very embarrassed right now.
んはあ
My vision returns.
あ
She was trying to hide her red face.
背後から抱きつきつつ両手で目隠しをしたら胸部が背中に密着してしまうのは必然だったの。
In order to successfully cover your eyes with both of my hands, it was necessary that my chest become glued to your back.
とってもドキドキなの。
It was really exciting. I was the one who was excited. Oh well, I was able to have a delicious memory so early in the morning, so no harm done. Good morning, Kotomi.
ともやくん、おはようなの。
Tomoya-kun, good morning. So, that embarrassing moment just now, whose suggestion was it?
きょうちゃんに教えてもらったの。
Kyo-chan taught me.
こうすればともやくんが喜んでくれるからって。
She said that Tomoya-kun would be happy.
ヒューヒュー、朝っぱらからお熱いこと。
Such a romantic encounter so early. If you gossip, it becomes a shadow.
はーい、ことみのカバン。
Here, Kotomi's bag. Naturally, she hands it to me. So, why were you holding it?
カバンを持ってると目隠しできないからきょうちゃんに預かってもらったの。
I couldn't cover your eyes when I had the bag, so I had Kyo-chan hold it for me.
そういうこと。
Exactly.
そういうことなの。
Exactly it is. She has become Kyo's plaything, and she isn't even aware of it. Kyo, please stop inspiring Kotomi to doing odd things.
いいじゃない。減るもんじゃなし。
Come on! It's no big deal, it's not like it's shrinking. Kyo replied in a strange way while grinning mischievously.
で、どうだった？ 気
So,
持ちよかったでし
how was it? It felt good, didn't it? Ugh. I was in an unfavorable position, so I changed the subject. By the way, where's Fujibayashi?
ょ。あの子は今日はバスよ。
She's riding the bus today.
そろそろ来るんじゃない？バスが遅れてなければ。
Whoopsie. Well, shouldn't she be here soon? The bus is late, I think. Hearing that, I looked down at the base of the slope. I saw a female student running up the hill, her skirt fluttering. She wasn't Fujibayashi.
あれ、部長じゃない？
Oh no, it's this part. Huh? Isn't that Miss President? She's running up here with quite a determined look.
なーにやってるんだか。
What the heck is she doing? Looks like her speed is dropping.
坂の途中で一休みしてるの。
She's resting in the middle.
体力ないわね。
She really has no stamina. Oh, she's running again. Anyway, the three of us cheer her on and wave.
部長、こっちこっち。
Miss President, over here! When she notices us, she pushes herself all the way up, wobbling. Furukawa, doing a marathon this morning?
なぎさちゃん、おはようなの。
Nagisa-chan, good morning. Completely ignoring us, she immediately steps up to Kyo.
りょうちゃん、 来てますか？
Is Ryo-chan here yet?
まだいないけど、そろそろ来るわよ、多分。
She isn't here yet, but she should be here pretty soon, I think.
りょうちゃんはバスですか？
Is Ryo-chan bus?
りょうちゃん、本当はバスなの？
Is Ryo-chan really a bus? If Fujibayashi's a bus, then her sister's a tank.
淡水外来魚か、洋式のお風呂か、オペラ歌手の可能性も捨てきれないの。
You can't rule out the possibility that she is a fish, foreign bath, or an opera singer either. Wait, isn't a girl's pitch too high to be a bass singer?
それなら、オペラ歌手は除外するとして。
Then we can eliminate the opera singer theory.
あんたたちはちょっと黙ってて。
You two, be quiet for a minute. We turn and face Furukawa, who was sweating.
あの子、今日はバス通学よ。私は、まあちょっと内緒だけど。
She rode the bus today. I rode... Well, it's a secret.
何慌ててるのよ、朝からそんな。
What are you panicking for this early? Furukawa's eyes greatly widened. I've never seen such an expression before.
そこの通りの交差点でバスが事故を起こしていて、人だかりができてました。
At the intersection around the corner, there was a traffic accident with a bus, and there's a crowd of people there.
大きな事故みたいです。ガラスの破片が歩道まで飛び散っていて、救急車が来てて。
It looks like a pretty bad wreck. There's shattered glass all the way to the sidewalks, and an ambulance is there.
りょうちゃんは乗ってないですよね、あのバス。
Ryo-chan isn't riding on it, right? That bus?
りょうちゃんは乗ってないですよね。
Ryo-chan isn't riding that bus, right? Nobody could answer her. There was no way anyone could. Nobody wanted to comprehend what Furukawa just said to us. Even Furukawa, who saw it with her own eyes, probably doesn't. Other students pass us from our left and right. Amongst them were 2 male students.
マジやばいってあれ。朝からすげえことになってたし。
It looks really bad. What a terrible thing to happen so early in the day.
横転してるバスなんて俺初めて見たぞ。
I've never seen a bus fall on its side before.
つうかあれ、うちの生徒も乗ってくるやつだよな。
That bus brings students to our school, doesn't it?
下手すると死人出てるぞ。あんなんじゃ。
Casualties could come up in a wreck like that. There was a dull, heavy sound. It was the sound of Kyo's bag dropping from her hand.
それ本当なの？
Is that true? Leaving us, Kyo grasps one of the students' uniforms.
俺たちもちらっと見ただけだからよくわからないけどさ。
We only glanced at it, so we're not really too sure.
道の真ん中でバスが横転してたのは本当だって。
But it's true that there's a bus lying on its side in the middle of the road. The strength escapes from Kyo's fingers and the 2 students walk off. Kyo was standing still.
嘘よ。
It's a lie.
嘘、そんなはずない。
It's a lie. It can't be.
りょうに何かあったら、私にわからないはずないわ。
If something happened to Ryo, there's no way I wouldn't know. Calm down, Kyo. Calm down. We still don't know if she got on the bus, do we? We can somehow try to contact...
すみません。ここにいます。
Excuse me, I'm right here.
りょうちゃん。りょう。
The victim who we thought was in the wreck was somehow standing here.
あんたどうして、バスに乗ってきたんじゃないの？
How come didn't you ride the bus here?
乗ってきたけど。
Yes, I rode the bus here. Wait a minute, then what about the bus that was in a wreck?
さっき横を通りました。渋滞してたから、
We
ちょっと遅れちゃって。
just passed it. There was a traffic delay, so I was a little late. Wait. Let me get this straight. The bus you rode here and the bus that was in a wreck are 2 different buses?
はい。回送のバスだったから、誰も乗ってなかったみたいですけど。
Yes, it was an out-of-service bus, so nobody was on it.
あと、運転手さんも大丈夫みたいです。
Also,
ぶつかった車の人と喧嘩してるのが
the driver seems
窓
to
か
be
ら見え
fine.
ました。
I saw him arguing with another car's driver from the window. The never-changing, calm way of talking from Fujibayashi. As the confusion and stimulation settled down, relaxation started to kick in. Putting her hands on her sister's shoulders, Kyo released a deep, deep sigh.
よかった。
I'm glad.
すみません。私が大げさに話してしまったからです。
I'm sorry, it was my fault for getting so worked up. Well, at least nothing happened, it's fine. The ring of relief spreads. The moment of nightmare has ended, and the calm, gentle day slowly returns. Or it should have. Kotomi's knees drop. She mysteriously stares at her legs that have become unable to stand. It seems Kotomi didn't know what was happening to herself. From her wide eyes, tears started pouring down. They immediately became a stream of tears and flowed down to her chin. At first, I thought she was crying out of relief.
ちょっと、なんであんたが泣いてるのよ。
Hey, why are you the one crying? Even Kyo, who jokingly asks, immediately notices. And then it started. As if her body is bursting open, she lets out a tremendous wail. It wasn't tender enough to be called sobbing. She twists her upper body, straining her voice over and over. Her face covered in tears, her entire body shaking vigorously. Kotomi was wailing, as if just being here was torturous.
コトミ、ちょっとどうしたの？コトミ！
Kotomi, what's wrong? Kotomi!
しっかりしてください。コトミちゃん、コトミちゃん。
Get a hold of yourself! Kotomi-chan! Kotomi-chan!
コトミちゃん、しっかり。こんなに震えて。
Kotomi-chan, get a hold of yourself! She's shaking so much!
病院、救急車、っていうか保健室。
Somebody, call a doctor or an ambulance or rather the school nurse!
ああ、もう、何がどうなってるのよ。
Man, what's going on?
どうしましょう。岡崎さん、どうしましょう。
What should we do, Okazaki-san? What should we do? Furukawa is calling me. My consciousness couldn't keep up with the reality. Just hold on a minute. The one that was nearly in a wreck was Fujibayashi, not Kotomi. Kyo panicked, but it was misinformation, and Fujibayashi was fine from the beginning. Kotomi was playfully attached to me until just now. From behind, she playfully asked, Tomoya-kun, guess who? And covered my eyes.
しっかりしなさいよ。
Get a hold of yourself! Kyo's shout brought me back. Kotomi was lying on the ground. As if she was an embryo before birth, she was holding her knees and crossing her arms. Her forelocks were stuck to her forehead with sweat. In between her cries, I can hear her windpipe whistling. It's probably painful to even breathe. I'm taking her to the infirmary.
私も行きます。
I'll come too.
私も手伝わせてください。
Please, let me help too. The two of them go to Kotomi's sides.
見せ物じゃないわよ。どきなさい。どいて。
This isn't a show. Move it, now! Kyo chases off the gathering crowd of people. Don't talk. I'm going to take you to the infirmary. Her eyes, drowning in tears, stared at me. Although they stared, there wasn't the usual light there.
いい子にするから。
I'll be a good girl, so... Huh?
いい子にするから。私、いい子にするから。
I'll be a good girl, so... I will be a good girl, so... From then on, she no longer makes words and is erased by a sob that could explode again. She's desperately struggling without having any strength. I put my arm under her shoulder and knees and lift her. Unlike the time I jokingly lifted her before, she was much heavier. It feels as if my arm is constantly being pulled away. As if a snake is wrapping around it, my left arm felt hot. It was because of Kotomi's tears streaming down her neck. Damn it, I'm crying now. But this is all the time that I have for this episode, guys. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up down below. I'm sorry for ending up crying at the very end, and I'll probably start crying in the next episode too. But I will see you guys in the next video. So, bye-bye!